Have you ever felt the weight of a gaze from across a darkened room? A pair of luminous eyes tracking your every move with the precision of an ancient predator? It is easy to assume that our feline companions view us merely as providers of sustenance and shelter, but beneath that stoic, furred exterior lies a complex emotional landscape governed by ritual, memory, and a silent code of conduct. To truly enter the inner circle of a cat's heart, one must move beyond the superficiality of treats and toys. We must learn to speak a language written in the invisible paw prints they leave upon our lives, a language of profound trust and subtle biological cues. Every cat carries an invisible map of trust zones across their body, a physiological geography that most humans navigate with heavy-handed ignorance. While the average person might stumble upon the chin or the base of the ears, there exists a sacred spot that serves as the ultimate gateway to their emotional sanctuary. This is the delicate area located between the eyes and the ears, running along the side of the face. This specific region is not merely a place of pleasure, it is a point of primal resonance. When a mother cat grooms her kittens, she focuses her attention here, stimulating the release of comforting pheromones that are inextricably linked to the earliest memories of safety, warmth, and maternal protection. When you approach this zone with slow, circular motions of your fingertips, you are not just petting an animal. You are engaging in a sophisticated form of communication through skin. You are effectively rewiring your cat's emotional memory, signaling that your presence is a fortress against the outside world. This tactile ritual reduces systemic stress and strengthens the bond of allogrooming, the communal scent blending that marks you as a member of their pride. Over time, your scent becomes synonymous with their sanctuary, a chemical anchor in an ever-changing environment. This map of trust extends into the realm of personal boundaries and the understanding of the petting threshold. Many well-meaning owners fail to recognize the microsignals of overstimulation, the subtle twitch of a tail, the slight flicker of an ear, or the rippling of skin along the spine. In the wild, a lack of physical autonomy is a precursor to danger. However, when you notice these signals and purposefully withdraw your hand, you provide your cat with the rarest of gifts, predictive safety. By respecting these limits, you trigger the release of GABA, a neurotransmitter that acts as a chemical signal of trust within the feline brain. Your cat learns that you are a listener, a respectful partner who will not push them toward a state of sensory overload. In a world where they control so little, this perceived agency is everything to them. The domestic environment is, to your cat, a territorial kingdom where you serve as the primary co-inhabitant. This relationship is built on the accumulation of these small, sacred touches and the quiet recognition of their autonomy. We often mistake their independence for indifference, but in reality, they are constantly monitoring our movements, our sense, and our intentions. By mastering the sacred touch and the pause that builds trust, we elevate ourselves from mere caretakers to trusted sentinels. We begin to see the home not as a shared apartment, but as a shared psychological space where every interaction is a brushstroke in a masterpiece of interspecies connection. This is the foundation upon which all other acts of love are built, a foundation of physical safety that allows the cat to lower its guard and reveal its true, vulnerable self. As the sun begins its ascent, casting long shadows across the floorboards, your cat initiates one of the most ancient and misunderstood rituals in the feline repertoire, the morning greeting. While many humans wake to the sensation of a paw to the face or a persistent meow and feel a surge of annoyance at what they perceive as a demand for breakfast, they are actually witnessing a profound colony check. In the wild, the transition from the vulnerability of night to the activity of dawn is a critical moment for a pride. By seeking out your eyes in the early light, your cat is performing a vital security audit. They are not merely asking for kibble. They are confirming that you survived the night and that the social fabric of the household remains intact. Behavioral scientists have observed that cats who receive even a micro gesture of acknowledgement during this time, a slow blink, a whispered greeting, or a gentle pat exhibit significantly lower cortisol levels and higher levels of pro-social behavior throughout the day. This tiny window of time, where the world is still quiet, serves as the emotional bedrock of their trust. When you meet their gaze and smile, you are speaking a language of survival and companionship that predates human speech. This connection is further deepened through the vocal bridge we build throughout the day. While it is a common misconception that cats live in a world of silent indifference, research into the feline auditory cortex suggests a much more dynamic reality. Japanese researchers have discovered that when we engage our cats in regular, calm conversation, the part of their brain that processes emotional speech actually becomes denser. Your cat may not grasp the syntax of your sentences, but they are masters of prosody, the rhythm, tone, and hidden intention behind every syllable. For a cat, your voice is not just background noise. It is a melody that defines the safety of their territory. Conversely, cats in excessively silent homes can fall into a state of selective mutism, a psychological withdrawal where they stop vocalizing because they have learned that their attempts at communication yield no emotional resonance. By narrating your day and using their name in soft, melodic sentences, you are physically shaping their neurological development and reminding them that they are an integral part of the family unit. The complexity of feline love also extends to how they perceive our absence. To a creature so deeply attuned to the rhythms of their environment, the sudden disappearance of their primary companion can trigger a storm of uncertainty. We see the preparation for work, the jingle of keys, the donning of a coat as mundane tasks, but your cat recognizes these as precursors to a period of vigilant waiting. Without a clear signal of departure, their system can be flooded with stress chemicals that prevent them from reaching a state of true rest. This is where the act of a goodbye ritual becomes a transformative gift of love. By establishing a consistent pattern, perhaps a specific phrase like, "I'll be back soon," or a designated treat placed in a consistent location, bouts of separation anxiety are replaced by a sense of predictable routine. To your cat, the pattern is the promise. It transforms your absence from a source of panic into a period of peaceful solitude, because they have been given the psychological assurance that the return is inevitable. Furthermore, the biology of trust is often most visible in what we call midnight security. Cats, as crepuscular predators, are naturally programmed for heightened awareness during the low-light hours. They often take it upon themselves to serve as the household sentry, patrolling the perimeters while you sleep. They are capable of sensing a human heartbeat from several feet away, and their choice to rest at the foot of your bed or within your proximity is a strategic alliance. By acknowledging these midnight rituals and the quiet ways they guard our sleep, we validate their evolutionary purpose. We move from being a mere owner to being a partner in a shared survival strategy, a dynamic that honors both their wild ancestors and their modern domestic hearts. In the quietest moments of a feline's life, when the vigor of the hunt fades or the body begins to slow due to illness, the nature of our connection undergoes its most profound transformation. In the wild, an injured or weakened cat does not seek out intrusive contact. Instead, they remain near the protection of the colony while maintaining a respectful distance to recover in peace. This is the essence of the silent vigil. When your cat is not themselves, they do not crave hovering or constant handling. They crave your ambient presence. By simply sitting nearby, reading, working, or breathing the same air, you are practicing the ultimate form of feline empathy. Veterinary studies have shown that this quiet companionship can actually accelerate the healing process by up to 25%, as it reduces stress hormones and boosts the immune response. Your presence acts as a living shield, signaling to their instinctual brain that it is safe to rest and that they are not alone in their vulnerability. As the years advance and your cat enters their twilight chapter, the acts of love you provide become a bridge between worlds. Their jumps may shrink, their fur may thin, and their once sharp eyes may begin to fade into the soft haze of age. It is during this time that your voice, which has been the soundtrack of their life, becomes their most important anchor. Research suggests that cats who are verbally reassured during their final days show calmer heart rates and steadier breathing. They often hold on, seeking a final sign of permission from the one they love most. By whispering to them, telling them they were good and that it is okay to rest, you provide the final gift of peace. This is not merely a goodbye. It is the culmination of a lifelong dialogue of trust, a final act of devotion that echoes long after the purring stops. The story of a cat and their human is not written in grand gestures, but in the accumulation of these 7 acts, the sacred touches, the morning greetings, and the silent vigils. They remember every tone and every ritual, weaving them into a legacy of connection that persists in the scent on a couch or the memory of a heartbeat beside yours. To love a cat is to honor a creature that speaks in the oldest language of the world, the language of trust. It is a bond that requires no words, only a heart willing to listen and a hand reaching back. The bond between a human and a cat is a delicate masterpiece of evolutionary trust and quiet devotion. By honoring these 7 acts of love, we recognize the fragile yet devoted heart of the house philosopher living among us. If these insights have helped you understand your cat's silent language, please like this video, subscribe to Cute Cat Class, and share in the comments which ritual your cat responds to most. Together, we can ensure every cat feels truly seen and deeply loved.